never trust an athlete who's single.
Yep.
Okay. They're not going to trust single athletes. Men running around here at strip clubs. Like, look at Ja Morant. Strip club, shooting up the place. That's what single men are. You're going to have to be married. Tiger Woods was the face of golf. And then when he was around here cheating on his wife, they had to take it down.
Yep.
But married men are seen as stable. So this is why you see young athletes getting married. Now, Derek Jeter is an exception to this. Muhammad Ali, for much of his career, was an exception to this. Right? So there are exceptions. Remember, nothing is universally just true 100% to zero.
Right.
But yeah, this is why you see people, when you get in corporate America and they say, you want to rise up to the top, you don't have to have a wife. I heard that even in my profession.
I got my swag right, feeling crispy clean. Girl, I'm the flyest mother you've ever seen.
Welcome back to the Hear Me Out podcast in association with True Hall of Fame Builds. I'm your host, Michael May. And today I want to play something for y'all, right? I told you I'm going to start releasing these little clips of little things that I think that y'all guys cannot forget. It's very important. Now, I want to play something for you guys real fast, right? If you guys don't mind. This is me speaking on this.
Good morning. I wanted to say something really fast to my lovely people.
November 5th.
Did y'all know?
2019.
This is gonna shock a
2019.
lot of people. Women especially. Ladies, did y'all know? I'm always telling you about this whole unit thing, like
I'm on Instagram.
Togetherness, being together, in a relationship, finding your man, getting your man. Yeah, I'm saying it again, getting your man, right? Ladies, did you know? Especially, I'm around a lot of married men, husbands, wives. Did you know that corporate America, the higher up you go, hear me, remember, it's funny, man, y'all don't listen. I always say, a man cannot fully reach his destiny without a woman, but a woman cannot fulfill her purpose without a man. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is.
It is.
The higher up you go on the corporate ladder, oh, you Miss Independent, I'm getting my business going, I'm getting my Did you know that most companies, hear what I'm saying? The higher up you go when you start dealing with the bosses, if you're not family orientated, if you don't have your family, I don't care if you're a wife with a husband. If you can't bring your husband to the function. If you don't have that, they look at you differently. Guess what? Same thing with husbands. So if you're married, right? You're married, you have your family, and then your husband goes to these functions. Yeah, this and that. Or they go and golf with the CEO, golfing. Oh, they go on a yacht having some cigars. I know, I've had these experiences. It's almost kind of frowned upon when you don't have your family. Especially as a woman, what they look at it is, oh, so you'd rather climb corporate ladder than be a feminine, soft, loving woman to children and a husband in the house. They look at that differently. And y'all want to change that so bad, and you're not. You're not.
Now you ready? Let's dive right in. Because I really need y'all to understand something. I've been saying this for the longest time. But Coach Greg says this 2 days ago on a live stream. Shout out to Coach Greg. Now, he has been saying this too for a minute. I know this firsthand. But listen.
All right, there's more of them. So that's why people use the per capita to paint the black woman as the welfare queen. because you say, well, per capita, more black women compared to the ones that don't have it versus the ones that do is rather high. All right, but H Everyday says this bitch said she don't need you. Her kids got Medicaid, $2,100 in government assistance, and I'm pretty hoes can't think past their punanis. Yes, the rhythm, the rebel. All right, shout out to you right there. Thank you for your support this week. Kaylin.
Listen.
Kaylin says, after the T-Wolves got eliminated, Shannon Sharp said Anthony Edwards needs to be married to be the face of the NBA. LeBron, Steph, Kobe, and MJ were married and looked at as the face of sports. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady.
Yep.
Do you find it interesting, especially coming from Shannon, considering what he's going through? No, he's right. He's right.
Now, listen, because a lot of y'all gonna make this excuse as to why this shouldn't be and why it doesn't have to be and why. Listen, because Shannon is 100% correct.
And I said as much. I've said as much, but I didn't go viral saying it. But there is going to be people will still never trust the athlete who's single.
Yep.
Okay? They're not going to trust single athletes. Men running around here at strip clubs. Like, look at Ja Morant. Strip club, shooting up the place. That's what single men are. You're going to have to be married. Tiger Woods was the face of golf. And then when he was around here cheating on his wife, they had to take it down.
Yep.
But married men are seen as stable. So this is why you see young athletes getting married. Now, Derek Jeter is an exception to this. Muhammad Ali, for much of his career, was an exception to this. All right, so there are exceptions. Remember, nothing is universally just true 100% to zero.
Right.
But yeah, dude, this is why you see people, when you get in corporate America and they say you want to rise up to the top, don't have to have a wife. I heard that even in my profession. Okay. But they don't want you to be Stephon Diggs with holes on boats with 2C allegedly. They don't want that.
And mind you, Stephon Diggs is the one that's been allegedly sleeping with Cardi. That's the guy who's been banging up Cardi. But let's keep going.
They don't want the kids to try to emulate that. But if you're gonna be the face of franchises, the face of universities, the face of the NBA, like you're gonna be the person they sell to your kids, you're gonna have to be married.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean the kids are gonna not follow LaMelo.
Right.
The kids are gonna follow LaMelo. That doesn't mean they're gonna put LaMelo on as the face of the league.
Right.
He could literally be the face of the league, but he's not going to be.
Right.
Not today. There's also even like a football coach. Most university football coaches are married. There are very few top-level university football coaches that are single. They always want you to run up there at the press conference with your wife, who's all built like a goddamn Humpty Dumpty, with the kids, and you got 2 kids and a wife, obviously gonna be a white guy and
shout out to Coach Greg, man. Fair use.
married. Okay, they don't hire just single guys. Now the New York Knicks coach is a single. He's single. He's a bachelor. All right, but that's rare. That's not going to be the norm, where you're just going to see more single men in these jobs than married men. It's going to be overwhelmingly going to be married. Overwhelmingly.
Yep.
Okay. So that goes apart. It's a part of the social programming to think, hey, that guy makes good decisions. He's not going to be reckless. He's not going to embarrass us, so forth and so on. All right, but I was told that even in my career.
Right.
You're going to need to be married type shit.
And here's the crazy part. A lot of dudes, they really think that they don't have to be. Derek Jeter, Derek Jeter was the face, but Derek Jeter was never in no scams. He was never caught doing anything crazy. Derek Jeter, but the minute his career was over, that's when he settled down. That's a little different. But people like Anthony Edwards running around here, having babies here, babies here, babies here, babies, they're not gonna allow it. Though I know they want him to be the face, they want him to be the face of the NBA, but he has to get his act together. For fact.
Look, the exceptions, guys. Stop with the exceptions.
Yep.
All right, Deion Sanders is also a Hall of Fame football coach.
Right.
Right? He's not a regular guy with a fucking cap on and doing offensive coordinating drills.
Right.
Right. Deion Sanders is an exception because he's a Hall of Fame coach.
Yep.
All right. So, guys, there's always going to be an exception. Please. I know people want to use the exception, but exceptions prove the rule. It's
Right.
an 80-20 rule, and it's always going to work.
Yep.
It's always going to work. 80% of the time is going to be the case. Okay? 20% of the time is not going to be the case. But
Right.
overwhelmingly, you can say 80-20 is going to be, then you're probably going to need to have it.
Yep.
Okay? You can't just depend on the exception. All right, I'm going to depend on the exception and make it. This is why you Negroes are in the position you're in.
Listen.
And I'm going to say this again. The reason why you Negroes are in the position you're in is because you always want to gamble on the exception.
Yep.
You want to be the exception. And women have this problem too.
Yep.
You guys see the exception and then say, okay, there's a path to it. No, it's not.
Now listen, this is a fact. Because a woman, one lady will be like, not one, all these ladies will be like, oh, Ciara got Russell. If she got Russell, I know I can get my Russell. Cassie got Alex Fine. I know I can get me an Alex Fine. They're the exception. Cassie is beautiful. Ciara's still beautiful. Y'all gotta stop trying to swim upstream for things that y'all know ain't gonna work in your favor. And every chick can't swim upstream.
No, it's not. That's not the path to it. Being the exception in those cases are not the path to it. But the black man and women in general tend to go for, well, I'll go for the exception.
Right.
All right, since this one guy did it, I'll go and I'll do it this way. And then when it doesn't work out for you and you ain't Deion Sanders and you a regular nigga, it ain't gonna work out for you. Okay?
Right.
You're gonna end up being put out.
Right.
Right? You're not gonna be, most CEOs are married.
Yep.
There are some CEOs that aren't, but it's an 80-20 rule. And there's a reason why the ones that aren't married are CEO. It's not just because, oh, well, he was so great at his job. But this is why guys continue to do that. Exceptions prove the rule. It doesn't disqualify it. Well, that's not true because Deion Sanders and Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick's got 6 or 7 Super Bowl rings.
Right.
Like, you don't have 6 or 7 Super Bowl rings. You're not getting the job at UNC.
And this is a fact because listen, y'all, a lot of people, right? Shout out to my boss Joe. I 100% understand this because I've always said this. There are certain rooms that they won't trust you in. They won't trust you in certain rooms. You have to be married. They wouldn't invite you to certain places unless they know that there's somebody there. They would not invite you. This is why some of y'all guys, I always tell y'all, some of y'all really need to look at your situation to see what is possibly holding me back. It could be that you don't have nobody. You trying to rise to the top as a bachelor, and most places will not let that happen. You're not Deion Sanders. You're not. Because even Anthony Edwards, who they want to push him as the face of the NBA, because he is the next big thing. Let's be clear. He is the next big thing. Until he settles down and get his act together, they're not going to let him go. Listen, y'all, there are certain places, there are certain heights, there are certain levels in life that you cannot reach without being married. Just wanted to bring that up to y'all guys, run that by you. Shout out to Coach Greg. I'm happy he said it recently. I've been saying this for years. I need y'all guys to understand, fellas, This is why the women that you have around you are absolutely important. Y'all already know what time it is, man. I'm your host, Michael May. Thank you for being here. Always showing up, showing out, showing love. Hit the like button, subscribe button, turn notifications. Always dropping videos like this. See you on the next time, you heard? Ya tu sabes. Wepa.